My name is Insane Raven, and today on IO Reviews, I'm reviewing the one, the only, the Lego Batman movie. Now, this is a sequel to, well, not so much a sequel, maybe more of a spin-off, definitely more of a spin-off than sequel, to the wildly successful Lego, the Lego movie that came out a couple of years ago. Don't know if you guys know anything about it. I did a playthrough on the channel of the video game adaptation, because of course I did, and we had a good old time with that. But this is not that movie, not that far superior movie. It is the strange, not wanted and or needed spin-off movie from the original, and I gotta say, I'm gonna be riffing on it pretty hard. Okay, let's start out from the top. This movie, from a plot perspective and from a story perspective, is complete and utter trash. It is a complete mess, and I would stand by that for a long ass time. Unless someone can like fully explain what the hell is going on to that movie with a straight face, I'm not gonna say like this was a good movie. It was a strange, fucked up movie. I will say though that, and if you want to know why it's such a strange, fucked up movie, you're gonna have to save some spoilery parts. But I'll say that towards the end. So pretty much the story, but I will go into some non-spoilery stuff at the moment. The story basically goes on this fact that Batman is all alone. He kind of does whatever he wants, and he doesn't let anyone in because he's the Batman, and why the fuck would he? The movie has a lot of heart and a lot of love. It is easily everything this video game was, and that's just a huge fucking love letter, borderline circle jerk of everything Batman. As a huge Batman fan, I loved it. The movie's top jokes, in my opinion, are just taking shots at Batman. Specifically, the original movie that featured all the craziness with Caesar What's-His-Face and shock repellents. Yeah, that one. And also a lot of time riffing on the Nolan trilogy, which, in my opinion, is probably the best Batman movie we're gonna get in a long time. So just be aware. The jokes are very in baseball for the Batman fandom, and it's very much either gonna be your cup of tea or it's not. I kind of see the jokes in this movie very much as of like two just super nerds sitting in a coffee shop. I don't know why they're in a coffee shop and not in a comic book, but I say they're in a coffee shop, just hanging out, talking about Batman, and just making like jokes and one-liners about him, where like nothing is off the table. And I gotta say, it was great. Some of the jokes it throws on are jokes against Justice League, jokes against Batman v Superman, jokes against pretty much everything. All that being said, there are some very serious moments. There are some more serious moments in the film, and I do want to talk about those. Now, in the context of the movie, I'll be honest, they make no fucking sense. I don't understand how we got here half the time. I don't know why we're here half the time. And from a movie plot perspective, that what's given us, they don't make sense. But from a fan who understands like all the little idiosyncrasies of the Joker and of Batman, like it's such a heartwarming moment that you gotta get in there. I was watching this movie with my good friend Cincinnati Kid 135, and there were a couple moments he was like, "Oh, I didn't expect that coming out from a Lego movie." So the movie definitely has its moments, and I don't want to rob it of that. But a strong point has definitely come from its in baseball-esque jokes. The plot is a complete mess. It kind of starts out in a way that you can get behind and make sense, and then essentially someone at the head studio was like, "Yeah, now what if we just let everything happen?" You guys think that'd be a good idea? Or we just let fucking everything happen? I gotta tell you guys, there's a reason stuff doesn't always make it to like things get cut out of the editing floor. And I feel like a lot of this movie, while it was fun, didn't get cut. I feel like pretty much everything they wanted to have in this movie was in the movie. And in this case, that's not something you want. You really don't want everything that Lego had at its disposal to kind of just be thrown in and be like, "Okay, this is what we're doing." You don't want that. That's the opposite of what you want in almost every way, shape, and form. And it got to the point where all sense of like, oh, this is a one story, this is a singular narrative, kind of just goes out the window. And by the end of the movie, I was having a great time. I had no idea where the fuck I was or how I got there, but damn if I was not having a great time. So I will commend you on making a fun-ass movie. Kids are gonna love the movie because it features Batman and it's Will Arnett and it's goofy and it's funny and kids are really gonna dig it. The adults aren't gonna dig this so much. They're not gonna really be able to get in on it and really enjoy it, unless, of course, they are part of that huge Batman fandom, which they could be. But at the same time, like, that's a very niche group of people who are thoroughly going to enjoy this movie all the way through. And even then, they kind of have to be okay with not understanding half the shit that's going on, or know who half the characters are. Characters in this movie are. And I guess because it's a Batman movie, you can say that's okay. I would highly disagree on you with that, but that's just my opinion. I feel like this movie had a lot of promise for like a solid, straightforward story, and it simply didn't provide that. That wasn't what we got. Instead, we got this mess of a movie, and it's quite a shame. It's quite a shame. Yeah. What we got instead of what could have been. So now, if you're not here for spoilers, this is where you should leave. You should definitely walk out of the movie. Walk out of this review right now. Be content on everything we covered, and have yourself a nice day. I will see you in the next episode. Now, for those of you who don't really care and want to just see why I'm all cranky, feel free to stay tuned, because I'm gonna go into some spoilery stuff. Okay. So, this movie really centers around Joker wanting to be professed as Batman's true villain. And by true villain, I mean, like, he wants Batman to say that he's his arch nemesis. Like I said, real inside the the ballpark of like Batman fandom. And in order to do this, he kind of gets sent into the Nexus and tries to recruit the worst of the worst, actually the worst of the worst in all of Lego's repertoire of villains. You have characters like you have all sorts of characters coming in the movie. Like, you get Godzilla, you get Sauron, you get the Daleks, you get Mr. Smith from The Matrix. You literally get everyone in this movie who has been a big time enemy of good in the last 20 years. And now, as on paper, this concept is really fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely something I would have done as a kid and just had so much fun playing with. But the problem is, as soon as this kind of like happens, all sense of like one story being told here kind of goes out of the way and becomes just a jumbled mess. Now, while each of these characters don't get their own storylines, there's a certain line of complete disbelief that you have to just kind of dive in to be like, oh yeah, no, there's a reason why Joker and Sauron are kicking it and being awesome. There's a reason why, like, and it acts too much of the whole suspension of disbelief. It really does. Now, while it was absolutely amazing and I loved watching all these kind of characters interact with each other and be, you know, in the same kind of area, it made no fucking sense at all for these characters to kind of work together like they were. Besides the fact that Warner Brothers Animated were like, yeah, you know what we still have the rights to? All these Lego properties. You know what I kind of want to do? Let's just throw them all together in the same mix. Now, things I will say kind of help this movie out is that it doesn't, in regards to this, is that it doesn't give these extra characters too much time to kind of lay waste to the movie, but that's also something that kind of hurts the movie more. You have these characters that aren't even in the film for that long, essentially play such an integral part in the plots, and you go from very much having this solid story to being, what the actual hell is going on? And I just really just, a lot of editing could have been all that was needed to kind of fix this movie, instead of making it the kind of garbage pile it became. Now, all that being said, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the jokes it provided. I enjoyed the fact that it took shots at Suicide Squad and the fact that it took shots at all these other DC properties. It even DC properties. I mean, I don't mean DC properties. Batman movies. I really did enjoy how it works, all that. And Cincinnati Kid even kind of made the claim that Zach Galifianakis did a better job with the Joker than Jared Leto did. So we had an amazing time watching the movie, but having all these really not Batman characters jump in my opinion, while it was a fun sequence to kind of watch and have all these characters interact that I would never interact with, it completely ruined any style plot they could have had. And I'm really sorry it just went that way, when the finished product could have been so much better. So that's all I have for this episode of IO Reviews. If you guys saw the Lego Batman movie and want to disagree with me, tell me why in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys in the next episode of IO Reviews. Bye!